first meal of the day is, of course, breakfast. I am going to take 2 Garden breakfast sausage patties and cook those. I just put those in a pot with some vegetable oil and let those cook on both sides. So in a pot in front of it, I also have some vegetable oil heating up, and I have some diced onions, and I'm going to just put that in the pot until they turn translucent. Once they begin to turn translucent, I'm going to add some minced garlic to the pan. So I have some rinsed and drained tofu, firm tofu, and I'm just gonna cut it into 4 pieces so it'll be easy to crumble in my hand. I'm just gonna crumble that into the pot. I ended up using just 2 of the squares that I cut because I felt like it was a lot of tofu once I began to scramble it. But you can do as much as you want, of course. So I'm just gonna mix that all together and take my fork and press down on any big chunks of the tofu to make it smaller and make it look more scrambled. So now I'm just gonna add a various amount of seasoning to the tofu scramble to give it flavor. So I'm going to flip over that sausage to ensure that it browns on both sides. Then I'm going to give my tofu scramble a mix. Once everything is mixed, I'm going to make a well in the middle of the tofu scramble and take some rinsed spinach and put it in the middle and put a lid on top of the pan so it can wilt a bit before I mix everything together once and for all. Now that's wilted a bit. I'm going to mix everything together and then I'm going to plate and eat it. So I was feeling a little under the weather that day, so I did get a vitamin C pack and mix it with my orange juice. But this is my completed breakfast: just a watermelon slice, tofu scramble, and 2 pieces of garden sausage patties. Okay, for lunch I am going to be making a mock vegan tuna fish. In a strainer I have some chickpeas or garbanzo beans rinsed and drained, and I also have some diced celery and onions. I'm just gonna put those chickpeas in a blender and mix that up well, chop it up well. If you have a food processor, it probably will work better, but this is the consistency that you want once you get done blending or processing the chickpeas. So I'm gonna add the diced onions and celery. After I add the onions and celery, I'm going to be adding mayo, mustard, and a couple other seasonings to give it flavor. After tasting this off camera, I realized that I'd forgotten sweet relish, which I normally do add to my mock tuna, but I was out at the moment and I didn't feel like going to the store. But the next day I did add the sweet relish to it, and I honestly do advise that you also add the sweet relish to it. It gives it a good flavor. So now I'm just gonna give that a mix, make sure everything is all mixed together, and I'm gonna serve that with crackers. So this is the finished product. Like I said, I did go back the next day and add sweet relish, which I highly recommend doing. So this was my first and only snack of the day. It was my first time trying this type of sauce. I got it from Publix. I really enjoyed it, and I just paired it with some tortilla chips, of course. So in a medium pie, I have some rice cooked, and I'm gonna be dicing an onion. We're gonna take 1/4 of the onion, so I'm gonna cut it in 4s and just dice up 1/4 of it. And don't forget to wash your produce before using, of course. So in a pan with some vegetable oil, I'm just gonna be sauteing these onions, letting them brown, turn a little translucent. While those cook, I'm going to be working on my asparagus. I'm going to rinse these off and cut the bottoms of them. Now that the onions are done cooking, I'm going to give them a stir and add a little more vegetable oil to prep for the rice. So I'm just going to put enough rice in there for about 2 or 3 servings so I can have leftovers. And the rest of the rice is either going to be used as breakfast rice, or I'm going to make some more of this maybe in a couple of days. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I have a lot of rice left over. So now I'm going to add some various seasonings so our fried rice can taste like fried rice. Starting with soy sauce, of course, the main ingredient. So now that all the seasonings are in, I'm going to give that a stir. I'm going to create a well in the middle and put in my frozen peas and carrots so those can steam a bit. And I'm just going to put on a lid to help it steam. While the peas and carrots are defrosting, I'm going to be cooking some garden chicken strips. So in a pan in front of it, I'm going to add some minced garlic. And this will be for my asparagus. Now that the peas and carrots have kind of thawed out, I'm going to mix everything together. So that the chicken has gotten brown on both sides, I'm going to add this orange ginger sauce that I picked up from Publix. And I'm going to just add that to the pan and make sure that each piece of chicken is really coated. So now that everything is done, I'm just gonna plate it. Alright, and this is the finished result, what I ate for dinner: fried rice, ginger chicken, and garlic asparagus. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.